cannot get them relieved, these are some exercises you guys can incorporate into your routine. They have helped me immensely. Not only are a lot of back issues coming from tight hips, but if we're not strengthening the small stabilizer muscles, very important. So the first exercise, we're actually gonna lay on our back. These are called dead bugs. Some of these exercises I've showed before, some of these are new. So in this position, you're gonna have your back nice and flat, minusing the noise that's coming in the background. You're going to extend your left arm and right leg all the way out while you maintain your core and engage your abs, keeping your left leg and right arm here. Notice that my arm and leg don't completely touch the floor and that I relax or disengage my abs. So I'm engaging my abs, extending the opposite arm leg, then I'm gonna come back to the center position. This is center position, wrist over shoulder, knee over hip. Then I extend the opposite side. I can point my foot or flex my foot. Personally, I like to point my foot here. We're gonna flex our leg later in a different exercise. So you're gonna do a total of 10 alternating sides. So essentially 5 and 5 on each side. Then from there, you're gonna place your feet down, hip width distance, squeeze your butt, lift the hips, glute bridge. You're gonna perform 10 glute bridges. Then you're gonna go to a single leg glute bridge. You're gonna lift the hips. If you can, lift one leg, 90-degree angle. Then place that leg down, drop the hips, then repeat on the opposite side. If you're new to doing these exercises, you can do 5 and 5, 10 total, or 10 on each leg. I've worked my way up so that I've done 10 single leg glute bridges on each leg, so essentially a total, right? So you can work your way up there. So those are the first two exercises. Bird dog, or excuse me, dead bugs, alternate arm and leg, and then glute bridges, and then single leg glute bridges. So technically 3 movements, but 2 of them are very similar. Now, if you guys are just following along or just joining, I'd love for your support to subscribe and come support me here. I'm doing a lot of these videos on nutrition, tutorials, mobility, core work. So the focus is to be able to continue to provide more content, and I can do that by having more subscribers and more watch time. And also you can support me by clicking the links below. I very much appreciate it. I know there's so much information out there, so I appreciate you coming to my channel and supporting me. It is very helpful to be able to continue to do these. All right, next couple exercises. We're gonna actually flip over into a tabletop position. In this tabletop position, noticing that I'm stacking my shoulder over wrist, knee over hip, similar to the other position in the dead bug, but now we're gonna do bird dog. Similar position, but I'm focusing on keeping my core tight. So I want you to think of pushing your belly out as if you had a belt on. You're pressing your belly into the belt, opposite arm, opposite leg, extend, hold, and then return to neutral. Notice here, this is where I'm flexing my foot versus pointing. We want to think of engaging the glute muscle, activating that leg. So flexing helps you do that versus the pointing. Pointing, you're going to engage your quads a little bit more. Again, opposite arm, opposite leg. If you're starting out, do a total of 10, 5 and 5 on each leg. If you're more experienced, you could do 10 on each side, so 20 total. Then we're going to close with a cat-cow. In this cat-cow, I'm tucking my pelvis, rounding through my upper mid-back as much as I can, pulling my rib cage or my chin to my rib cage. Then I'm gonna drop my belly, lift my chin, lift my pelvis as I'm extending. Also want to think of creating a nice little lower back curve here. Now, these are working the small intrinsic muscles. Like I mentioned earlier, very important to work those small stabilizer muscles, as if we sit a lot, our hips and psoas gets tight, so we need to make sure we strengthen those small muscles in the back. If you do sit or drive a lot, this is a great series of exercises to incorporate. I've been doing this every single day, especially when I tweaked my back in June. These have been a saving grace for me. So back to those cat-cows, bird dogs. You're gonna do a total of 5 if you're new. If you're more experienced, you could do 10. So 1 rep would look like this. I tuck, and then I extend. That's 1. Tuck, and then extend. You're going to do this entire series 3 times. If you're new, you can start off with 2 times, then eventually progress to 3 times. Now, you could do this as a warm-up, a cool down. Highly, highly recommend a warm-up before any time in the gym. And if you're not very active and you're just getting into the routine of fitness, do it as a kind of like a wake up exercise if you want. If you're taking a break through your lunch, you can also incorporate it. So to go through those exercises again, we started on our back, dead bugs. Then we did single glute bridges, single leg glute bridges, bird dogs, and then cat-cows. So a series of 5 exercises. This will not take you more than 10 minutes. So if you have a 10-minute break, highly recommend doing this. Again, if you have come to this channel before and supported me, I really appreciate it. If you're new, check out the links below. I have a giveaway going on and I would love your support. Any purchase of apparel or shoes or protein supplements help me. I'm continuing to put out more content for you guys to hopefully contribute to your journeys in life of getting your health back. So any questions, leave me a comment. Really appreciate the support. Hopefully you find these beneficial. If you do, leave a comment below with what exercises you've done to help you back, your back, and how these have helped you. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you soon.